talking about the beginning of creation with Adam and Eve as an alpha, omega, being that God took, let's say hypothetically speaking, I can't say necessarily 100% by surety that this is what God did. I can only explain by logic that God took a microscopic organism of all living creation and breathed life into it in the form of his likeness of all elements, and took from Adam a rib and created Eve in the same manner. And Eve, who ate from the tree of knowledge for understanding truth, which is world conflict, and in terms of dying from God by childbirth and being raised in the moral ethic of law that was discussed in the heavens before Uziel and Jesus was picked up and war broke out, and dying from God through childbirth, which was given to Jesus Christ, discussed in the world language of living law. What is right, what is fair, what is equal, what is just. In the Ark of Testamony, with the Ark of the Covenants used for many things, but there is a class of people that prefer law, being an equalism. It is called liberty through Paul, the diviner, until the 144,000 are chosen for whatever purposes. They call it saints, or lords, or kings, or gods, or ones who shepherd and guide all of them that are misled for the torturing of animal sacrifice in the covenants or testimonies by them who choose law, saying that I, hypothetically speaking, I'm going to put myself in a place of a lawman. I am innocent, and all people in this world are guilty. I don't believe that law should be a part of it, but this is what they chose in the Ark of the Covenants. And there is nothing that can be done about the wrath of childbirth in Jesus. Jesus is not God, but he is God-like, and he's a partaker in all childbirth with the necromancer law in the Ouroboros Pythionist Church. Adam is different than Jesus, and the Ark with Jesus is mostly law in a necromancer's church. It is not an ark of keeping God's creation alive. It's an ark of destroying God's creation, which I explained it in earlier testimonies, that God's creation is the microscopic organism called fall of man that was breathed into Adam in the likeness of God and form, and the same with Eve. The microscopic organism is plague of disease. It is a light or a darkness of many species of your family well in each individual star that is shared in the great imagination that which we see and walk and live and breathe and feel and taste and touch. There are three things to a man's body: a brain, the way he thinks; an eyes, what he sees; a heart, and how he feels. The only thing that cannot go to heaven is what we see in world conflict, what we feel in world conflict, what we think in world conflict. But all of those things never die. For what we see here upon this earth must also live in the stars if we have souls. If we have souls for a consideration of fall of man, which is the microscopic organism of a star or a wellspring outside of the realm of a star that feeds it like a furnace of fuel, an animal spirit, a critter spirit, a naturistic spirit, a sea animal spirit, a worm spirit, any kind of living organism spirit that surfaces the star as a fuel for the furnace. It lives forever. Don't fear them who punish our bodies for our testimonies. Fear them that have authority over the soul and the body.